If you're curious to understand whether or not HighLevel is the right fit for you and your business, then you need to check out this demo. Hi there, I'm Jeanette and I'm from SupplyGem, and we're dedicated to bringing you videos like this so you can make informed decisions. If you're new here, consider subscribing so you can stay up to date with our new videos, and if you like this kind of information, don't forget to hit the like button so we understand what you want more of. And if you can't wait to get started with HighLevel platform, ensure you click the link in the description below where you can access an exclusive extended 30-day free trial. And with that said, let's get into it. Let's just first take a minute to understand who HighLevel is actually for. The platform is designed as all-in-one. So what that means is that you shouldn't have to rely on other third-party apps to get the functionality that you need. It's designed specifically for marketing agencies and professionals, and it contains all the features necessary to perform customer relationship management, marketing, sales, and other campaigns as well. However, it can be just as useful if you're a small business that needs a platform for these functions, or if you're an individual with knowledge or information that you'd like to monetize. Really, the platform has such an extensive amount of features it can be applied for most business purposes. However, with so many features comes such a large learning curve, and it does take a while to get used to the platform and what it does. So the aim of this demo today is to show you inside the platform and what it looks like, the number of features you get, and just a little bit about what they each do, so you can then decide if it's going to be the right fit for your purposes. When you first log into HighLevel, let me just show you here, you're presented with what's called the agency view. So if you're the account holder for the HighLevel subscription, then you will have access to the agency view. And this is essentially all of your kind of central controls for the platform. I'm not going to jump into each of these features here because there's a lot to go through. But if you see one that you're interested in and you want to know more about it, then let me know in the comments below and we'll make a video for it. Just a quick overview, you've got software as a service configurator. So if you upgrade your HighLevel plan to Agency Pro, that means you can brand the HighLevel platform, set your own prices, and sell it as software as a service. So it's a great way of increasing your revenue if you're at a point in your business journey where you want to take things further. We've also got a prospecting tool, so if you're looking to find specific types of clients within a localized area, this is where you can do it. You can also create your sub-accounts. So every time you take on a client, you create a sub-account for them, and we're going to go into that in more detail in just a moment. But you can create, depending on your plan, you can create up to 3 sub-accounts, or you can create unlimited amounts of them. This is pretty cool. I'll show you this quickly. We've got account snapshots, and these are essentially pre-built sub-accounts for different business niches. So if you have a lot of clients that are within the same business niche, for example, attorneys, spas, dentists, marketing agencies, etc., you can just use this snapshot, which will load it into a new sub-account, and you'll have a ton of pre-built campaigns, funnels, and a bunch of other stuff as well. So it allows you to hit the ground running, and it saves you having to create every single sub-account from scratch. You can also save your existing sub-accounts as snapshots too, so you just copy the data over into a new sub-account and you've got it all set up already for you. So it's pretty cool. We've also got reselling, so if you wanted to resell WhatsApp, WordPress and Yext, then you can do this. So you can essentially sell it to your clients for a price of your choosing. There's the HighLevel marketplace. So if you wanted to purchase add-ons to your subscription, then there's a bunch of things you can add on here. HIPAA compliance, for example. You've got basic account setup, so where a HighLevel agent will do it for you. So that's up to you to decide whether or not you want to purchase. We've got the affiliate portal, there's the template library, so any templates that you have created yourself or any existing HighLevel templates that are pre-built, you'll find them all here for easy access. And then you've got a bunch of education stuff, so if you want to learn how to use HighLevel's features, you can find all that information here. But I will point out that HighLevel is not the best for keeping its learning resources up to date. The platform changes so quickly that it the team just can't seem to keep up with the training material. So that can be really frustrating if you're a new user to the platform. If you do want to know how to use specific features, then I recommend checking out us, supplyGem.com, because we are always updating our training material for platforms like these, and you're more likely to find a training guide that's up to date on our platform than you are for high level. It's an area I wish they really would improve, so let's hope they do that later down the line. And then you've just got a few other functions there, so you can access the mobile app so that your clients can access various functions on the go, and so can you. So you can just configure a few things here as well. So it's a really quick overview of the high-level agency view. As I said, I can go into a ton more detail, but that would make a really long video. So like I said, if you're interested in learning more about specific features, don't forget to let me know and we'll certainly arrange that for you. Let's now move on to have a look at what the sub-accounts look like, because that's where most of the fun stuff of the platform is. To switch to a sub-account, you have to go up here where it says click here to switch. And if you've got a number of sub-accounts, then they're going to be listed down here. So you can see that I've got an agency view for SupplyGem and also a sub-account. So when you first set up your high-level account, you will get an agency view for yourself as well as a sub-account. So that allows you to get full functionality of the platform and do what you need to do. So when you first set up your sub-account, or when you first enter the sub-account, there is a little bit of a walkthrough guide here, so it just tells you what you need to do to get everything set up and running properly. As you can see, I haven't quite done all of that yet, but I have connected my Stripe account, which is the payment processor that High Level uses. So when it says it's all in one, it kind of is, but there are a couple of things that it doesn't do, and having its own payment provider is one of them. So yeah, just something to bear in mind. Here's the main dashboard. So when you start creating pipelines inside a sub-account, this is where all the data will be accessed in a sort of overview view. They've recently updated this feature, which is great because you can now customize it a lot more. So if you want to add other pieces of data onto the dashboard, you can just click to add the widget and it will be added down here, and then you can click to drag and drop it around. So this is literally brand new. I went into this platform like last week and it wasn't like this. So they announced that they were doing this maybe a couple of months ago, and we've been waiting for it, and so they've obviously just done it now. So that's great. And that is another positive point in High Level's favour, is that they are very responsive to their users and what their users request. And they've got a whole portal for that as well, where you can make suggestions for improvements, new features or feature enhancements, and the team actually acts on it. In fact, the platform today is completely unrecognisable from what it was a year ago. The functionality is improved like 100-fold, and they're continuously making improvements, which kind of leads me back to why their training stuff is always out of date. It's because the platform just moves so quickly that they don't keep up with it. So yeah, brand new feature right here, the new widgets that you can add to your dashboard. So yeah, that's going to give you a good overview of your pipelines, how much money you've got going on in it, what the opportunity statuses are, and really so you know what you need to do for this particular sub-account. Let's now jump into the contacts tab, because you really need to start populating High Level with your contacts so you can start adding people into campaigns and into your marketing strategies. You can add unlimited numbers of contacts, so you don't need to worry about that. If you've got 1 million, add 1 million. If you've got 10, add 10. There's no restrictions in that respect. Along here, you've got a bunch of things that you can do. So you can select contacts, so choose the ones you want, and you can add them into a campaign or a workflow. You can send an SMS to them all or an email. And you can add tags. So you can see here I've added tags to several of my contacts. And then if I want to add those contacts that have specific tags into a campaign, then that just makes it really easy to do. Also, all of this can be automated. So while you can do this stuff manually in the contacts tab, you don't necessarily have to, because you can just create your emails, you can create your text messages, and you can arrange for them to be sent on autopilot. So that's one of the great things about GoHighLevel, is most of it can be automated. One thing that I find really convenient is you have a conversations tab here. Now, what this is going to do is pull all of your conversations that you have had, whether it's by SMS, email, WhatsApp, or social media messenger. They're all going to appear here down the left-hand side. So it's kind of like when you open up your text messages and you can see the latest text from each of your senders. And then you click in to view the full conversation. It's the same as that, but it's all the different communication channels. So it's a really, really convenient way to just click on a specific contact and check out the conversation feed. And it just gives you one handy place to reply to everything without having to log into your social media accounts, without having to log into WhatsApp, or then switch over to SMS. And, that's a faff. So you don't need to do that. You can also phone people directly from GoHighLevel as well, so you can even do that. You don't even have to pick up a phone if you don't want to. So yeah, that makes communicating with your contacts super easy and super straightforward, because you've got all the conversation threads here in one handy place. Now let's take a look inside the calendars tab. GoHighLevel, like most things, gives you access to unlimited numbers of calendars, so you can create as many of these as you want. This is actually really useful, because if you've got a number of campaigns running for the same sub account, you can set up a calendar for each one. So it saves getting everything muddled up. So let's say you've got a campaign for a discovery call, another campaign for coaching sessions, and another campaign for something else. Then you can have a calendar for each of those, and you can see all your bookings separately. So you can view all of your calendars here. You can switch between the views. You can choose to view them all at once, or each of them separately, and your bookings will show up here. And you can also look here under the appointments tab, and that will show them all in list form. Now you can set your availability parameters, so you can choose what days of the week and which hours you're available. And the system can cross-reference across other calendars, which will help you avoid double bookings. So if you're running all of the appointments for different campaigns, the last thing you want is 3 bookings at the same time, and the system can prevent that for you. So that's really cool. All the calendars can be embedded onto web pages, so it can show up as a booking widget. So when somebody visits the page and wants to make a booking for one of your campaigns, they can just do that right there and then. And you can even connect your Stripe account. So if it's a charged appointment, so let's say you're running a coaching session, you can set it so that the person has to pay up front before the booking is confirmed. Now what that's going to do is reduce the likelihood of no-shows occurring, so you can be sure that people are actually going to turn up to the appointment because they've already paid for it. So great little feature there, and like I said, you can have as many of these as you want on your sub accounts. Over here in opportunities is where you can view all of your leads and what's going on with each one, and you can create new opportunities and new pipelines as well. So this is what a pipeline looks like. You can see I've got all the different stages and the value of each one, and then the people that are listed at each stage of the pipeline. And you can have, again, unlimited pipelines, and you can switch between them here. So you can view each one as needed. And then remember I showed you the dashboard with all of the overall financial information. That's basically all of your pipelines combined and the value of them. So this is a great way to tell at a glance which of your leads needs attention, and how much value you've got going on for each one. You can basically automate all of this. So rather than having to manually move people from one stage to another, although you can do that, as you can see here, you can automate the whole process. So as each lead completes each stage of the pipeline, they get moved up it automatically. So it's a brilliant way to tell at a glance what's going on, and also manage all of your campaigns. Moving on to payments, this is where you need to go when you want to set up your Stripe account, so integrate it with HighLevel platform. It has a direct integration, so it's easy to set up. It also connects with PayPal and a couple of other payment gateways as well. Like I said, it's a shame that HighLevel doesn't have its own payment gateway. I mean, that's one of the things that does prevent it from being a true all-in-one platform. Hopefully it will introduce one in the future. Let's just keep our fingers crossed for that. But there's a bunch of other things you can do in this tab. We have invoices. So you can create invoices and send them to your clients. Important to note that this is an invoicing software. So beyond sending and receiving invoices, it doesn't do anything other than that. So if you need something like accounting software, then this isn't it. It really doesn't have the function for that whatsoever. So just bear that in mind. But it is useful if you're just sending out simple invoices for your services. Here you can also create proposals and send out estimates. So if you're providing quotes to your clients, then you can do that here as well. Here's where you'll view all your orders, subscriptions and transactions. So it's a good way to view all of your financial information as it comes in. It gives you a more detailed view than the dashboard. And here is where you can create products as well. So you can see a couple of products here that I already have. Now these were created down in the memberships tab. That's where you create courses and communities. So this Supply Gem chat is a community and this is a course. So that's why they're displaying under the products tab. But you can also create other products as well. So if you want to sell other digital products like files, digital downloads, this is where you can do that. And you can use it for physical products, but it's not suitable for anything other than more than a handful of products, because it just isn't, it's not an e-commerce platform. And so it just doesn't have the features for that purpose like something like Shopify would. So inventory management and, you know, automatic stock handling, it doesn't do any of that. So just bear that in mind as well, because if you do want to do large-scale e-commerce, you're better off going with a dedicated platform for that purpose. But like I said, for a handful of physical products or digital products, it's absolutely fine. So just heading back there. What else have we got? You can also create coupons. So if you want to run any offers on your products or your services, then you can create a coupon for that. So it can be a monetary value, or you can see here that I've set it as a 15% discount off of the price. So it's a pretty comprehensive tool. Like I said, I wish there were more payment integration options, and I wish HighLevel had its own payment gateway. That would be great. But for selling your products and services, it works perfectly fine, and you've got everything you need to do it effectively. So that's all the customer relationship management tools covered off. Let's now move on to the marketing and product creation tools. So here in the marketing tab, there's a number of things that you can do. You can connect all of your social media accounts. So that's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And you can create your posts in HighLevel and then schedule them to be sent out at various intervals. So whether that's daily, hourly, weekly, monthly, up to you. You can just set it and forget it in HighLevel. And the good thing about this is it means you don't have to switch from platform to platform, upload the post and then schedule it on each individual platform. You can just do it all in HighLevel whenever you want, and then just let it run on autopilot. So it's a great time saver and makes social media management a bit more convenient than what it could be. Over here you've got the emails tab as well. So this is where you can create your email campaigns. Campaigns can be as short or as long as you want. So you can create single email blasts to send out to groups of contacts. You can schedule them to be sent out, or you can create whole multiple email campaigns, so chains of emails, and you can automate the whole lot. So everything can be done completely on autopilot. Over here in the templates, you can create your own templates, but GoHighLevel does have a bunch of templates that you can choose from. I will say that they have improved these lately. They used to be pretty rubbish. They used to look really outdated and really quite just old-fashioned and sad. But they've obviously got a designer on board and they've done some work here to improve them. So now they look pretty decent. And they even put the text in for you as well. So if you are feeling lazy and you don't want to develop your own emails, then you can just use one of these templates. And just quickly show you the editing tool. It's very straightforward. If it will load, there we go. You've got all your elements on the left hand side here, and you can just build them in. It's super easy. So yeah, you can just add in what you want and then edit it all in by clicking on the element itself on the page, and then you've got all the editing options here. So yeah, even if you're not a designer, it's very straightforward to create emails in GoHighLevel, especially if you use one of their templates. Another cool thing is you can create something called template snippets. So if you have a lot of emails from customers or leads that ask the same kind of questions, you can create like a standard response. You know, like when you email companies and you get automated response, it's kind of like that. So it's just a preset amount of text that you can add into your emails without you having to type it out every single time. So that, again, it's just making life a lot more convenient for you when you're creating your email campaigns and when you're responding to people in your conversation feeds. Trigger links. So if you want to include hyperlinks within your email or your SMS content, then you can do that. But you can also assign a trigger to that link as well. So let's say you have a hyperlink in your email that takes somebody to a landing page for an offer. What you can do is you can add a trigger which then automatically adds that person into a advertising campaign as well as soon as they click on the link. So it's a good way of getting basically like two things done at once, and it ensures that people get added into campaigns or assigned tags or anything you want really automatically without you having to do it manually. And then if you want to set up affiliate campaigns, then you can do that here as well. So that is the marketing tab. You may have noticed that sales funnels aren't in there. They're down here in the sites, which I will show you just now. So underneath the site builder, you're going to find basically anything that involves creating a web page. So all of the editing tools are here. That's why funnels included in this section, because essentially it's just a bunch of web pages thrown together in a specific order. So yeah, here's where you'll find the templates, and just like the email templates, GoHighLevel has upgraded these recently. You've got over 1,000 to pick from, so plenty to choose from, and they look pretty nice too. So, you know, they've done nice graphics and images and layouts. So it can be quite hard to pick one actually, because there's so many. And then when you click into these, you can see you've got all of your funnel steps laid out here, and you can add new ones, and then you've got your pages that you can edit as well. This is pretty cool. You can do split testing, so if you want to test out variations of funnel steps, then GoHighLevel allows you to do that. Let's just take a quick look at the editing tool. It's a bit more involved than the email one, although it works in a similar way. You've got all your elements and sections and what have you on the page. You just hover your mouse over the one you want to edit, and then you get all your editing options down here on the left. If you want to add in new sections, rows, columns or elements, you do that up here. Here's just a few examples of the elements that you can add. So there's a pretty decent amount. You've got progress bars, you've got timers and countdowns, you can add reviews, maps, surveys, FAQs, videos, all sorts of stuff. So you can really make them engaging. Just to show you here, look, adding the calendar. Where should we pop it? Let's pop it there. You just select your calendar. So remember I talked about this earlier. And you can see it loads the calendar, and viewers can book the slot they want and book it automatically. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so that's the editing page. If you want to play around with these things, you can do so for free. So I do recommend click the link in the description and sign up for the 30-day free trial, and you can mess around with this to your heart's content. And you can you can create unlimited funnels, web pages, whatever. So yeah, you can really go to town on it. Let's just wait for this to load. So back on the main page, we've got the websites tab. Again, bunch of templates, over 1,000 to pick from. All sorts of different business niches and purposes. So again, yeah, browse for the one you want and use that, or you can create them from scratch. Same editing tool as the funnels, so I won't show you that again. You can also create blogs. So if you want to add content to a website to increase organic traffic, then the blog's a great way to do that. So GoHighLevel allows you to do this. You can integrate with WordPress. So if you had a WordPress site, you can integrate it with GoHighLevel and gain some functionality between the two platforms. The client portal is interesting because this allows back-end functionality of certain parts of a sub-account without providing access to the entire sub-account. So let's say you have a business client that has a sub-account and you manage it, and they have created a couple of courses in the community, and they need the back end function of those courses and communities, like adding members or managing members, that kind of stuff, but without having access to the rest of the sub account functionality. So what you can do is create a client portal, and you can choose which elements of the sub account can be accessed via that portal. So it's just a good way of compartmentalizing the necessary bits that your client needs access to. So that's where you create that. You can also create forms. So if you're looking to collect data and other information, then again, you've got a bunch of templates that you can use, or you can create them from scratch. Similarly with a survey, so if you're doing market research or analysis, then you can create that here. There's also a chat widget that you can add to any of your GoHighLevel websites. If you want an idea of how this works in real life, just go to GoHighLevel.com, because they use it on their website. So ask them a question, see how it works, and gain a feel for what it does. You can choose two different types of chat. You can either choose to have the person contact you via the widget, and then what it will do is push the conversation onto SMS. So if you're away from your desk a lot and you can't facilitate live chat, or your client can't facilitate live chat, this is a great way to this is a great way to continue performing customer service while you're away from the computer. So it'll push the conversation onto SMS, so you can just basically contact or have a conversation with the person via your phone. So it makes it super convenient, and it reduces the likelihood of drop leads as well. Otherwise, you can opt for it to be live chat. So if you or your client employs someone to sit there and answer client queries, then you can set it for this as well, although it is recommended for larger businesses that would tend to have a customer care team on board. And finally, you've got a section where you can upload all of your media. So if you use the same types of images a lot, same types of videos, you can upload it all here and manage it from one place. So there we go. That's everything in the sites feature. Like I said, it's huge. There's loads of functionality with it. The builders are lots of fun to use. So like I said, sign up for that free trial and give it a go yourself and see what you think. Moving on, the memberships tab is where you will create any courses, communities and learning products. So this just gives you an overview of the number of courses you've got, how many people have opted in, how many members you've got, and how much revenue you've gained from selling them. Communities is a new feature, so that's pretty cool. You can create unlimited numbers of communities, so you can literally create one for each of your campaigns, and it's a good way to build a buzz around something. Like, say if you're about to launch a new product, you can create a community for it, and that help drive engagement and get people excited about it. This is what it looks like. It is fairly basic, like you're not going to get as much functionality as you would with a dedicated platform such as Mighty Networks. You can't live stream in it, for example, and you can't create things like challenges or events. Really all you can do is post comments and have people respond to that. But it's still, it does the job. And like I said, it is a new feature, so hopefully GoHighLevel will kind of expand on this and improve it later down the line. But yeah, you can have as many of these as you want, and the good thing is you can attach them to any of the courses that you have created. So if you want to sell a community alongside a course so people can talk about the course content, then you can certainly do that as well. And then just going back here to courses, there are a number of different course templates that you can use. So you can create a product. You've got a sprint course, which is like a short course, or it's a good way to, as a prerequisite for a larger course, or like giving away as a freebie. Then you've got your marathon course, which is a larger course that might contain multiple modules and lessons, and creates a kind of comprehensive learning experience. You can create a membership site, so that's a number of things, like you can have courses and communities, or you can add in other content like digital downloads and things like that, or you can just start from scratch, up to you. But let's just take a quick look at what they look like. You see I've built these courses, and you've got your lessons and modules that you can create and edit. You can add a video to each one. Unfortunately, you can only add one video to each lesson, so if you've got multiple videos, you'll have to divide them out into separate lessons. And you can add files as well, so if you've got supporting documents for your courses, then you can upload them here, as well as add in all of your text information as well. And then just so you can see, that's what it looks like from the user's end. So it's quite a nice layout, looks fairly modern, fairly up to date. So yeah, courses, communities, they can be offered paid or for free. Where am I? I'm losing my place. There we go. Yeah, so courses and communities can be offered paid or free. So it's a good way to earn additional revenue for your clients if they have a lot of knowledge that could be monetized. I've mentioned automation numerous times throughout this video, and it is a big part of GoHighLevel because, like I said, pretty much everything can be automated on the platform. You can have fully automated campaigns, funnels, customer relationship management, you name it, it can automate it. So understandably, the automation feature is huge. I could probably spend about 5 hours going through it, which I won't, to save your sanity and mine. But you can look here just quickly. We've got a number of what they call recipes, which are pre-built automation workflows. So if you're new to automation, this is a good place to start because it sets out a basic workflow for you to build upon. Let me just show you one here that I already set up. This is what it looks like on the workflow editing screen. So if it doesn't make much sense to you, that's okay. It does take a learning curve. It really, really does. And this is, you need to follow the GoHighLevel training material, or head over to Supply Gem where we've got probably better training material. So yeah, if you want to learn it, then you do need to look at that. But essentially, you can create the fully automated workflows here. You've got your triggers at the top that then sets off an action, and then you've got the variables as it moves through the workflow to the end. So if you click on here, you've got the action, so you can change it, you can edit all the details. Like here we've got an SMS, I can edit the information in that. Here I can select a new action, so look at the sheer number of actions you can pick from. I mean, it's just crazy. You've got actions for membership sites, affiliates, marketing, payments, opportunities, appointments, workflows, or AI. Look, it even integrates with ChatGPT. It's really extensive and it's amazing, but like I said, it is a beast. So yeah, once you get the hang of it and you know what you're doing, it's fantastic. But you need that 30-day free trial to get to grips with it for sure. So yeah, huge part of HighLevel, and worth getting to know, because it allows you to use the platform properly, and it's what it's made for, really. And at the end of the day, who doesn't want to assign all of those mundane manual tasks to automation? I know I do. So there we go. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to cover on automation. Just saying, you've got your different campaigns here, all your automation campaigns, and then you can create all your triggers. So you can manually create them here. Okay, so there we go. And you can do all of that in workflows as well. Right, next up we've got reputation. I'll cover this off very quickly. This pulls in all of yours or a client's Facebook and Google reviews. So it's a great way to manage the reviews that you've got, and you can also send out review requests. So you can do this via email or SMS. You can automate that too, by the way. And then it increases the likelihood of a person or a customer sending in a review. And this gives you an overview of how you're doing with your online reputation, so it gives you the opportunity to manage it better. So if your reviews are less than stellar, then you want to be finding out why, upping your customer service, and then sending out review requests again, so you can improve your online score. And obviously the better the online score or your online reviews, the more people are going to be inclined to buy from you. So yeah, worth doing, worth having. You can manage this from the mobile app as well, actually, which is kind of good to know. And then we've just got reporting. So this is a bit more in depth than the dashboard. That's going to give you detailed analytics for your Google ads, if you've connected it, Facebook ads, attributions, call reporting, agent reporting, and appointment reports. So you can filter these down, you can view specific parts of it. So yeah, it's a good way of getting into the granular detail of the sub account, finding out what's working, what's performing, and what isn't, and using the information to tweak your campaigns so they can perform better. Before I finish, and I swear I am nearly finished, I know this has been quite a long video, but that's because HighLevel has so much to offer. Just want to quickly show you the app marketplace. So if you did want to integrate with any third-party apps, these are the direct integrations that HighLevel supports. So there's a bunch of them. You can have a look through them for different purposes, such as accounting, live chat, lead generation, and whatnot. Don't have to use these, but they're there if you do. And then there's the HighLevel mobile app. So this is available to download for free. It means you can manage things like I've already mentioned, reputation management. So you can send out review requests via the app. You can also respond to any of your conversation threads. So that's email, SMS messages, social media messages. You can do all that on the app. And you can manage your contacts, and there's a few other bits and pieces that you can do as well. So it's a great way to keep tabs on the running of your sub account while you're away from your computer desk. So that concludes our demo of the HighLevel platform. As you can see, there really are a ton of features to explore. Is it all in one like the platform claims to be? I would argue at this stage not. That's because it doesn't have its own payment gateway. You still have to use something like Stripe, and it doesn't support things like native live streaming. If it added these functions into the platform, then I believe you could truly call it all in one, because then you wouldn't need to rely on any third-party apps to get the full functionality that you need. It's almost there. but not quite. Even so, there are a few platforms that come close to this amount of features that you get with HighLevel. With that said, let's just take a quick look at the price of the platform. There are two key plans available. You've got the starter plan, which is $97 a month. That gives you access to all the platform features, and you can set up to 3 sub accounts. Then you've got the agency unlimited account, and that's $297 a month, but that's going to give you unlimited sub accounts. So that means there's no end to the number of clients that you can take on board into your agency. There are a few minor differences, but that is essentially a key difference between the two plans. And then you probably remember me mentioning earlier we had ability to sell HighLevel as software as a service. If you want to upgrade to that, that is $497 a month, but it's not available on GoHighLevel.com. In order to access it, you either have to click the link in the description below to access our 30-day free trial, because that places you onto the Agency Pro account, or you already have to be a subscriber to HighLevel, and then you can go into the platform and upgrade your plan from starter or unlimited up to the pro account. That concludes our video for today. Hopefully I've given you a good comprehensive overview of the platform and what you can do with it. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.